Okay, so let's, shall we move to the next question? And I think here I will shut up because I will not be able to answer this. It says, how hard is it to find student accommodation in The Hague? Does the university help with it? How did you all find the house? Again, please go ahead and answer the question and take your turns. If you raise your hand, then the rest of us will unmute or mute our program. Okay, Nashua has already raised her hands. Okay.
Okay, so in the first year as an international student, they do send out an email. So Duo, which is the housing company in the Netherlands, they help out with student housing. They do send out an email when you're applying and when you've already gotten accepted to see if you want a house in the first year. So they do have rooms reserved as a first year student, as an international first year student. However, once you get into the second year, you will have to start finding a house yourself. Now, from my personal experience, I started finding a house from May. I remember at the end of my first year, I only got a house in December, which was the second semester, which was the ending of my first semester in the second year. It was a huge time lag when I had applied for housing and then when I started getting a house. There are certain times where houses are free and available, which is usually at the ending of December and in early August, because that's when exchange students leave or people who have finished their vacations, they're starting to leave, so houses do get free around that time. But my advice to all students who are coming, sign up to Studion. It is a Stadion. Yeah, that's what they're called. Stadion. It's a housing agency for students. Their waiting list is a year. However, if you sign up in the first year and you already have a house allotted in the first year, then you can get a house in the second year. Same goes for Duo. It's room.nl. Sign up a year before you actually come to the Netherlands. Then you're always first on list and you're always the first one available. But you can always sub-rent a house. There are a lot of students, for example, in January time or in December time, a lot of the third years go off for exchange. So a lot of houses do get free. I'd say just socialize with the third years, figure out who's leaving, who lives alone and has a studio. I myself had to sublent my house to a second year student, and next year I actually might be giving it off to someone else. So for me, like my house, like I still have a house back in the Netherlands, but it's going around to other people who need a place. So I just say, talk to people, go on. There a lot of Facebook groups that say what you can do for housing, how to find a house. There are agencies. I wouldn't really say go with agency route as a student because it does become a bit pricey. They do have the need of asking for guarantors. You need to have a minimum income as well. So I'd say just go for Facebook groups, and there's always a room available in The Hague. Sometimes just not in your price range though.
Thank you, Nashwa. And Darina had a thing to say as well.
I'm not sure you said most of it. I completely agree with what you brought up. The only thing that I would like to add is, based on my personal experience, that sometimes student housing can get pretty expensive. At least it's how it was when I just came to the Netherlands. So you have to really start searching for an apartment yourself. And luckily, there are plenty of Facebook groups. You just have to be a bit proactive in it. I myself, throughout 4 years of study, moved, I think, 7 times. But it only says that there are opportunities. There are plenty of options for you to choose. So yeah, don't be afraid. It should not be a problem. Just be proactive in starting searching for an apartment. There are plenty of students in the campus who you can ask if they know someone, and they for sure know someone. So yeah.
Also, just one thing to add on. Don't be afraid to share a house with someone, because the minute you say that you want to live alone, you limit your options to a very small group of studios, which tend to be very pricey. I know that Student Hotel, for example, offers separate rooms and shared kitchens, or if you have a separate studio on your own. However, those tend to be a bit pricey if your budget isn't that high. So I'd say that in the first year and the second year, do keep your options open to share an apartment with someone or to share a room with someone, for instance. But in the third and fourth year, if your budget does increase and you know the market better, then you would, then be more equipped to find a studio for yourself.